Hello. Trying to get myself out here with the light. So welcome, everyone. Welcome. I don't expect too many people to come on. Actually, I don't expect anyone to come on right now. It's my first one, and I really haven't published, I should say, the whole fact that I'm doing the live stream and the Nurturing Nuggets. So what I decided to do is take the Nurturing Nuggets from my show on Tuesdays and just do a live stream on Wednesdays. For those who aren't able to see the show, or for those that want to interact, have questions, have feedback, any of that type of stuff. So I'm going to start doing that. So I hope that helps. I hope that it provides some incentive. I've had some comments and feedback regarding the Nurturing Nuggets, so I'm really happy that people like them when they watch the show. So we're going to comprise it into a little YouTube live stream, and hopefully we get some interaction and we're able to inspire, or I'm able to inspire and encourage some people. Okay, so today's Nurturing Nuggets, the Nurturing Nuggets from yesterday's show was becoming your everything, right? And I'll keep these as short as I do on the show so you won't have long to do. So becoming your everything, what does it mean? What does it mean to become your everything? How do you become your everything, right? How do you become everything to yourself without risking you being selfish to others, right? How do you become everything to yourself without risking being selfish to others? So I'm going to give you a couple of tools that will allow you, or should allow you, to understand more how to be better to yourself, and how to be everything to yourself. What this is about is being everything to yourself and being able to provide everything for yourself. And I'm not saying being selfish and you don't need love, you don't need a relationship. I'm saying being able to live in your own, right? Being able to be okay and at peace in your own. Having the ability to know what it takes to make you happy, and knowing that you can do that without anyone else, right? That's what we need to start doing, right? This will help us build our confidence, right? This will help us live in our purpose and move on and live our dreams, right? So, or live in our dreams. So what does it take? What does it take to become everything to ourselves? So first, you must invest in your own stock. You must invest in your own stock. Listen, self-investment will never, ever make you go bankrupt. Self-investment will never make you go bankrupt. It will never happen, right? So you have to deposit into yourself the tools that you need to become the best version of yourself. You have to deposit into yourself the tools that you need to fulfill you, to make you happy, to make you more confident, to help you get to the next level. What are those things? What are those tools? Make those deposits, daily deposits, weekly deposits, hourly deposits. Make those deposits, because I guarantee you making a deposit into yourself will never, ever be at a loss. It will never be at a loss. So try and start to make investments in yourself. Invest in your own stock first before you go out there and invest in anyone else's, okay? Second, we hear Maxine Waters say it. She said it a whole bunch of times. It went viral. Take back your time. Set your boundaries. If you don't expect others, and let me go back a little bit. So set your boundaries, right? So I'm not talking about setting boundaries only for the people in your relationships, right? So for your husbands, for your children, for your friends. I'm not only talking about that. Set boundaries for yourself, right? Set boundaries for yourself. That's most important. If you don't expect others to do it to you, then don't do it to yourself, right? If you don't expect others to do it to you, then don't do those things to yourself. We are so quick to beat up ourselves. We are so quick to treat ourselves worse than other humans treat us. And I don't think sometimes we realize that, right? You got to take care and love yourself. So set your boundaries. Learn to appreciate the value in your time, right? Learn to appreciate the value in your time. So let's take it two ways. So we have two sets of different people, right? We have the ones that struggle with everything, for everyone whenever asked. So they struggle to do everything for everyone whenever anyone comes out and asks them. So they're the yes. They have the yes syndrome, right? That's the yes syndrome. Well, those people need to learn the value of no. No. Full stop. Full sentence. No. Full stop. Full sentence. No explanation needed. No explanation needed. Learn the value of your no. Okay, so if you're that person in that box that always says yes and you always feel overwhelmed because you're doing so many different things for others, stop. Just stop. Say no. I don't have any time. I can't do it. You need some time for yourself. Invest in yourself. Take some time for yourself. The second type of person is the person that buries themselves in the sadness and loneliness, right? So we have one that's always around people, always overwhelmed because they're doing so much with people, and then one that's never around people. They're always alone. They always feel lonely. They're always so sad. And I'm not speaking those who suffer from certain mental issues. I'm speaking for those who wallow in their sadness. Oh my goodness, woe is me, that type of situation. Here's one of the things I learned recently, especially with being out of corporate America for so long and worrying about not having that 9 to 5 that I used to have, making that nice, cushy salary that I used to have. I learned the value of the time that God gave me these past couple of years, right? I learned the value of the fact that maybe God didn't mean for me to go back into corporate America right now. God has allowed me to return to school and finish my degree after 30 years because I was a teen mom and I wasn't able to do that. He's allowed me to start a radio show. He's allowed me to host events. He's allowed me to go on stage and do public speaking. He's allowed me now to get clients and become a coach, a fashion consultant, and a life coach. Maybe God is just giving you time to work on yourself. That was my aha moment. God was just giving me time to work on myself. Don't wallow in being alone. Don't sit there and ponder on being sad and oh, no one cares and woe is me. Maybe God is giving you some time to work on yourself. All right? So we have those that need to say no and appreciate their own time. And those that need to say, okay, this time that I have, what can I do with it? So we need some that continue to create some time for themselves, and we need some to sit there and sort of understand what they need to do with the time that they have, right? But either way, both of those situations right now do not understand the value of their time, and they need to learn the value of their time, all right? Or the value of their time. So that's number 2. 1, invest in your own stock. 2, take back your time and understand the value of your time. Not everyone else's. Your time is valuable just as well as anyone else's. So learn that. Okay, so let's go on to the next point. So it's not only about your mind, right? It's not only about your mind. You must remember that your body is your temple. Your body is your temple. So the process not only includes the mental and ensuring that you have a healthy mind, but it also includes ensuring that you have a healthy body, right? Have a healthy body, right? So put into your body the foods and the nutritions that you need to stay active, to stay focused, to be positive, to be happy, healthy lives, healthy living, healthy lifestyle habits. Create happy individuals. Try it. Just try me. Try it for a week. Healthy lifestyle habit. Try it for a week. And don't tell me that there aren't foods or things that promote that positive feeling, those positive energies within yourself. Don't tell me that, because I know it to be true. So just try it if you've never tried it before. So mind and body, all right? We got to focus on mind and body. Number 4, cherish your interdependent relationships. And what do I mean by interdependent relationships? We all have a core. We all have a circle, right? Or I hope we do. And if you don't, you need one. You need one. If you don't have a circle of core people that you can depend on in those hard times, you need one. You can't do it alone. You can't. Here are 2 things. You're not alone, first and foremost. You're never alone. No matter how you feel, no matter how it feels. And I understand how that sinking, lonely feeling is. And no matter how you feel, you're not alone. Isn't that amazing? I learned that. I'm not alone, no matter how bad the days get, no matter how lonely I feel. There's some days I used to just get up, go to the station, and come back. There's some things that have happened throughout the time that I've started doing this station that have made me rethink, should I be doing this? But then God always pushes me a little bit further, or he opens another door, right? So you're never, ever alone. But on the other hand, you can't do it alone, right? You can't, if you're trying to level up, if you're trying to start something different, whether it be start a new business, whether it be, lose weight, whether it be go back to school, change your fashion, get a promotion, buy a house, get your kids into college, whatever it is, you cannot do it alone. You don't need to. You don't need to do it alone. It proves nothing, you doing it alone. It means nothing. We have the, oh, I'm good. I don't need anybody. I'm good. I'm good. All right. No, you're not. I used to be her. I got it. I'm independent. Okay. Independence doesn't mean you have to be lonely. There's a difference. Please understand. What was the whole, oh, I got it. No, independence does not mean loneliness. You don't have to be lonely to go through life. You can be independent. I'm independent. I don't want to be lonely. There's a difference. Okay. So you're not alone and you can't do it alone. Okay. You have to be willing to do certain things, right? To be the best version of you, to be everything to yourself, you have to be able and be willing to do certain things. So here are a couple of things, right? You have to appreciate your interdependent relationships, as I said before, to help you keep encouraged and motivated and focused. So you have to be willing to ask for help when needed. Just seek help. You don't know everything. Suppose you are starting a new business. I got into radio. I didn't know anything about radio. I knew I had a nice voice. I knew I had a passion. I knew I had a message. I knew I had a story. I knew how to train because I'd done that before. I knew how to run a project because I worked in corporate America. I didn't know what to do on radio, but I knew I felt something burning inside me. I knew I felt something burning inside me that I just had to try it. I had to try it. I had to do it. I had to find a way. I had to find a platform to get my message out there. And then when I got the platform, would you believe that I was confused about the message? Mm-hmm. What was my message now that I have the platform? Am I supposed to be here? And then when you start leveling up and things start looking good, and then people start pouncing, you start thinking again, oh, geez, this is not how it's supposed to be. They have my back. They're supposed to be. When you're leveling up, things are going to start happening. When you start living in your purpose and living in your truth, things are going to start happening. And what you're going to realize is that the people that you thought would be there to support you may not necessarily be the people that are there supporting you. And you know what you're going to need to do in that moment, in that reality? Keep moving. Keep pushing. Keep doing what you're doing. It's hard. It is so hard to feel that you don't have the support of the people that you feel you need to support you. But you'll be all right. Trust and believe me when I tell you, you will be all right. Minalai, you'll be all right. You understand what I'm saying? You will be all right. I'm all right. I was shocked at the people that listened and supported what I do and the people that don't. And I've learned that no matter what, no matter who's out there, no matter who's listening, if it's one person, if it's 5 people, or if it's 100 or 1,000, God bless me one day 1,000,000, right? Spoke it. God bless me one day I'm on a stage and it's 1,000,000 of you. And I'm inspiring and encouraging hundreds of thousands of people. That's my dream. But even if it's one, I'll take that one. Because before I didn't have that one. So I'll take that one. So understand, it hurts. It's discouraging. But you can and you will move on. And you will keep rising. So you're not alone. And you don't have to do it alone. So you got to be willing to ask for help. You have to be willing to say, I'm sorry. You got to be willing to acknowledge your mistakes and move on. Just move on. I'm sorry, I move on, right? And you have to be willing to forgive. You have to be willing to forgive others, but more importantly, you have to be willing to forgive yourself for whatever you're holding on to that you feel you did to yourself. You cannot be the best version of yourself. You cannot be everything to yourself if you're sitting there angry and holding animosity with yourself. Forgive yourself for whatever it is. Whatever you feel you did to yourself, move on. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Because in the reality, you really weren't doing anything to intentionally hurt yourself, right? Maybe sometimes we don't live in our truth and we make mistakes, we make the wrong decision, but I don't think any of us are out there intentionally trying to hurt ourselves. So forgive yourselves, all right? So number 5, put your aha moments into writing and then place them into action, okay? So document your thoughts. So many times we sit and we're thinking of stuff. You ever thought of stuff? Oh, I could do this, I could do that. What if I did this? Or what if this were? Write those things down. You never, ever know. You know how long it's been that I wanted to own a radio station? I could tell you 19, when I was working at a company called iBill in Fort Lauderdale, and I was researching how to buy a radio station. No lie. No lie. I was sitting, we used to call it my fishbowl office, and I was managing a customer service operations team at a company called iBill. A lot of people who know me know about iBill, one of my favorite jobs. But researching on how to make my cousins and all the people that I used to hear on the type of bootleg radio, how do I get them on legitimate radio? Because I thought they were so good. And I thought certain people that deserved the platform did not have the platform, right? And of course, being a little Caribbean American, I wanted to promote my Caribbean culture to my American community. So, and that's always been a goal of mine. And so I did do the research years ago. It has to be 20 plus years ago, right? And look at God. Look at God. So document your aha moments. Document them. You don't have to take action right away, but eventually you never know. When you look back at those moments, you never know what you jotted down. And then one day, when you're ready, you start putting those thoughts into action and making them in a plan. Okay? Next, be your biggest cheerleader. Be your biggest cheerleader. Listen, give yourself exactly what you need to be the best version of yourself, right? Stop looking, listen to me now, stop looking for validation from others. Validate yourself. Stop looking for validation from others. Validate yourself, all right? I want you to say the next 3 things. And this is it. This is the summary. I want you to do this little exercise for me for the next couple of days. Give me a 30-day challenge. Tell me how it's going. Once I share this video on Facebook, once I share this video on public media, give me a 30-day challenge for those of you that watch. Share with people that you think need this. I'm not saying that I'm a Oprah or a Lisa Nichols or Tony Robbins, but gosh darn it, I know I have something to say, and I know there are people out there that want to hear, right? So this little girl here, I'm just trying to do something, and I just want to share my story. And as I'm growing and learning, I'm just sharing the tools with you, what I'm learning. I'm not saying I know it all. These are all lessons that I've learned myself. They're my nurturing nuggets. Always remember that. Anything I say on the radio, I'm growing. I'm venturing out. I've got out of my comfort zone. And I say these things to myself daily, okay? So I want you to get up in the morning. Of course, some of us pray. Some of us don't. Some of us say, thank you, Lord, for waking me up. Some of us say, thank you, whoever your higher power is, for waking up. Well, in that, when you get in the mirror, this is what I want you to do. I want you to first look at yourself, and I want you to say, I am enough. I am enough. And then I want you to say, I am the best version of myself. Okay? And last, and most importantly, I want you to look in the mirror, and I want you to look at yourself, and I want you to say, I love you. I love you. Okay? And we do that start moving. We start doing things and we start working. And that's how we start becoming the best version of ourselves. All right? That's how we start becoming the best version of ourselves. Because here's the key. You cannot seek love from others. You ready for this? You cannot seek love from others if you don't know how to love yourself. How the heck are you going to tell somebody how to love you and you don't know how to love yourself? You know why it's not working? You know why it keeps on breaking that part? You know why you keep on failing, whatever the relationship, the situation is? Because you don't know how to give it to yourself, whatever it is. And until you learn to take care of yourself and give it to yourself and be able to validate yourself, be able to love yourself, be able to know that you are enough, you will never be happy with yourself. But when you do, when you have that moment, and when you learn to appreciate just who you are, and you can look in the mirror and you can say, I am enough. I am the best version of myself. And I love you. Right? All right. So there it is. Love yourself first. Most importantly, love yourself first. And then start the process of being the best version of yourself. I hope this helped someone. I thank you for your time, as always. Thank you for sharing a few of your minutes with me. I appreciate you. I'll be back with more nurturing nuggets next week. I will start to probably do the Facebook Live as well. I welcome any comments, feedback, topics, anything that you have. And as always, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I will say what I say on the show, right? Stay focused in your purpose, right? And if no one's told you, always know, the world loves you. That's your nurturing nuggets. Thank you.